Hey there everyone, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share something with you guys today. I have made my very first fall project. If things look different, it's because they are. I had to move out of my craft room and now I am in a section of my bedroom. So yeah, everything's gonna look different until I get things situated. It's not a very big space. So I'm hoping this lighting isn't too bad. Let me see. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not too bad. Okay, so anyway, because I am away from a window. So I used this paper pad for my project. My partner and I are swapping a loaded envelope and a Dex card. So this is, I think I shared this with you guys. I did use this paper. I used this one and I used some of the cut aparts. Yeah, so I think I had done a quick flip through with you guys on the oh, and I used that paper as well. I used this one. But yeah, I think I had done a quick flip through with you guys. And yeah, I just love this paper. So anyway, this is the paper that I used. And gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, so first I'm going to show you, I made her a little something just to thank her. This is not part of the swap, but yeah, this is just one of those little picture frames from, I got this at the last time we went to Daiso, and it was totally white, and I didn't like total white. So I took my gold pen and I went around the entire edge of the frame, and then I did the little beads here, and then I did around the inside of the picture frame. And of course, so I packaged it up for her. And the bottom, all the paper at the bottom is this paper right here. And I used that as the bottom mat. The green is the top mat. And this is one of the cut aparts. So what I did was I took the same pen and I went around the edges in gold. And then I put this little... I got this last year. Anyway, the little leaf vine, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, so I made her that as a thank you. And the back, as you can see, there's nothing on the back. But yeah, so I hope she really likes that because, you know, I really do appreciate her. She's one of my, she's one of my great YouTube subscribers, and she has sent me things in the past, so I just wanted to let her know that I was thankful for her. So that's the little extra something. And then her Dex card is this little card right here. I think it's 5 by 3, something like that. I'm going to measure it because you guys know me. I have to have measurements. Oh, 4.5 by 3 is what this is. So what I did for this is I just had a little piece of, somebody had sent me something, and I just had a small strip of this ribbon right here. So I put that on the top. I cut the little fancy, you know, swirlies, and I put this brown flower on there. It had a wooden bead in the center, but I kind of didn't like it, so I just cut out, you know, a little round circle from the glitter paper, and then I put the flowers on there, and then I put a little pumpkin and a little acorn there, and I put some lace at the bottom just to give it a little extra layer. And then this flower and this flower I just took, again, it was from packaging that someone had sent me something, and it had the bling going across the top of the topper, so I just cut those little pieces out and put them as the center. And the back, it doesn't have anything. I did ink the edges for her, but I don't know if she wanted me to put anything on there, so I just left it blank. And everything the only distress ink I used was the Tim Holtz Rusty Hinge, just because I thought it looked really good with all the paper that I was using. So I did go around the edges, and I used this color because I just love that orangey look that that rusty, what is it, Rusty Hinge gives that, you know, that mustard colored paper. So that was my Dex card to her, and I made her a little box to put it in. I'm going to wrap it in tissue still, but it's going to go in this little box, and I went ahead and decorated the top of the box. So the box, again, someone had gifted these to me, and I put this one there, and then there's another piece of that ribbon. There's that bling. Those other little pieces came off this one strip that was on that topper. And then these are the acorns, you know, the actually, you know what, I don't remember who sent me this, but I know Ophelia had sent me, the lady the swap is for, she had sent me some, but I don't remember if it was the gold one or not. But anyway, sorry guys, I got a phone call and now I don't remember where I left off, but I think I was showing you the top of the box where her Dex card is going to go. So I'm still going to wrap that in tissue. And yeah, so this is the little box that her Dex card is going to be in. And again, I just, you know, distress the edges with the Rusty Hinge from Distress Ink by Tim Holtz. And I didn't do anything else to the box other than decorate the top. So that's her Dex card, and I already showed you her her little thank you gift. Now let me show you her loaded envelope. So this is the loaded envelope. Okay, so I made her a rosette. It is a fall themed rosette, and this leaf was given to me last year in a swap, and I never did anything with it, but I thought, well, that'll look cute on there. So this is a you know, just a regular rosette, and I use that striped paper, and I distress the edges, and I cut a doily, and then I made a smaller rosette, and I put a little pumpkin in the center. And the pumpkins and the acorns I got last year, I think they were on clearance at Michael's. But anyway, so I made a bow with some, okay, so I made the bow with seam binding. And yeah, so I used all the fall colors. I was going to use like this burgundy color that I have. But yeah, I don't know, it just didn't look right to me. So I didn't have a straw that was, you know, fallish. So what I did was I took, I don't know if you can tell, barely, this one is a striped red and white striped straw, and I just took some washi and I glued it down, and I yeah, I covered it with a fall washi. So that is my rosette to her, my rosette wand. And then I put a little tag in there. It says fall. And on the back, I just backed it with some of the paper from the paper line. And that's all I did to this one. And then in the front here, I just put some of the little leaves that I've been using. I used it throughout the swap. So I just put some leaves in there for her, just loose like that, because this is a tiny little pocket in the front. Sorry. So that's a tiny little pocket in the front. I just put a bow on there and some glitter leaves. And I put, and again, this is all from the paper line. It's got several different solid colored papers, you know, cardstock at the bottom. So I put a little bit of lace right there. I sent her 4 tags with, again, with the seam binding. And there's that one, there's the Hello Fall, and these I just downloaded off the internet and cut them up. And I did distress the edges and the backs as well. I was going to put to and from on the back, but I didn't, you know, I don't know if she's going to use them for that. So yeah, so I included these. Oh, this is the seam binding that I was going to put on here, but yeah, it didn't quite match. So, okay, those are the tags. And then I put a little package of bling. And everything I distressed, just about everything. I want to say everything, but I distressed everything just because I love the way that looks. And these little leaves were given to me last year as well in a swap. So I put some fall colored sequins in there, and I made her some mugs from the paper line, and I just tied them together with a little gold tie. And so there's 4 in there. And again, I distressed everything, and I just used the border punch for this. And there's that little leaf that I used for the toppers, kind of simple toppers. And then in this one, I made 4 of the larger. I have a die cut, and it's 4 larger envelopes. Again, distressed all the edges, and I put a little note cardstock in there for her. And then this one is the smaller ones. I love those little envelopes. But anyway, so I made her those. Hopefully she can use them and put her own sentiment or little note on there. And she can actually close the envelope and seal it. But there's a little opening where the paper goes in. So I think they're meant to be this way. Or she can shorten them if she thinks that's a little too long. Yeah, so I put those in there for her. And then in this one, these are cut aparts from the paper collection. And this is another one of my favorite from the paper collections. One of my favorite little scenes. I love that green pumpkin. But anyway, so I did some cut aparts for her with the same topper as the rest. And then in this one, okay, so I made her some pumpkins. I made these pumpkins with my circle punch, and I just glued some glitter letters on there. It says fall, and then I made her some extra pumpkins so she can use as she wishes. So these pumpkins were so easy to make. And these little leaves were sent to me in a swap. It was a die cut swap that I did earlier this year in a Facebook group. And I had nothing. I mean, they were just, for me, they were a little too plain. And thank goodness I remembered I had these little maple leaves. So I glued a little maple leaf on each one. I think I have 1 leaf left over. I should have just made another pumpkin for her. But anyway, so those are the little pumpkins. And again, I used that distressing, the rusty fringe. And yeah, so I really, really like my pumpkins. I really like those. And then in this large pocket, I made her some of the poinsettias for Christmas. And I just put a little bit of bling here and there just so it'll look cute. And again, the little topper that's distressed. Yeah, I really love these poinsettias. But anyway, I didn't want to put anything too thick in that back pocket because I didn't want the flowers to get crushed. So as you can tell, I pretty much made everything because I love to make my embellishments that I'm going to include. So this is what the envelope looks like. So it's got this tiny pocket. It's got this one right here. And this one was given to me in a swap again last year. And then just about everything was. Let me see. You know, guys, I think everything on here except for the seam binding and these glitter leaves and then the resin pieces. Other than that, everything, and the paper. Other than that, everything, and this is mine for my stash. Everything was in swaps last year. So yeah. So what I did do because I'm me, is I made it stand up. I know it's hard for you to tell because it's the camera is at a different angle, but it stands up. You know, maybe she'll use it, I don't know. But this is the back, this is the inside, and it stands up. This is so that it doesn't fall completely, you know, because the back needs some stability. And I just put a ribbon in the middle so that it doesn't open all the way. But yeah, it stands up like that, guys. I love it. So when I load it up, it stays loaded. I mean, it stays standing up. And let me show you. This was in here. Her tags were in here, along with some of this little thing of bling. And then the leaves were right here. The tag was first. Just love that little tag. Okay, and then the leaves. And I love this little fall loaded envelope. I really do. And then the wand. Yeah, so that is going to be my swap to her. I will I'm gonna post this video after I know that she's already gotten the swap. So anyway, that was my project share with you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.